What's going on, everybody? So in today's video, I kind of just wanted to go over a free to play option when it comes to Gladiator that still does pretty good. I did make some changes and I'll be showing you guys the build that I'm rocking. But this build right here, we still have pretty good survivability, and you still have pretty good hit. The spear is not the best. The Naru spear, I would definitely suggest getting, and I don't even know how much this spear is in the auction house right now. Let me see. Spear. So the Naru spear, it has dropped down quite a bit. So it's only it's under 4K lucent. So if you want to pick up this spear, I highly suggest you pick it up. But for a free to play option, this is kind of what I'm rocking with. And then you can also run these different earrings. I ended up getting these from a Nebula chest, and the earrings that you're going to run are going to be these ones until you can get ones from your Neb accessories. I did end up getting lucky. I ended up getting 2 Nebula accessories, so there's that. But yeah, basically right now, this build right here is kind of what you can expect when playing Gladiator. All this gear is super easy to attain right now, and it's really good. Gladiator, I don't really feel like building into crit is your best option, because any endurance player, they're going to have way more endurance than what you can actually crit, depending on how much melee endurance they have. But around 2k, you need above like 2k critical hit chance in order to like actually like continuously crit on them. So yeah, I just don't build into crit. But this is the free to play option. You're at 80 strength, 43 dex, 17 wisdom, 60 perception, and 60 fortitude with a 4-piece vanguard set. Now if you wanted to build into crit, you could go something like this. You could go 2-piece imperial, and then you're going to change some runes around. We're not going to go so much into strength. Yeah, we're going to put this ring on right here, perception, and we're just going to pump it into dex. So we're at our melee critical hit chance is at 1279, and our hit chance, this will drop, but we could switch some runes around and you'll be around like 1400-ish crit, which if you wanted to go the crit route. But I highly recommend 4-piece vanguard just because you're a tanky, you're a bruiser, and you have more survivability, in my personal opinion. You could also run these 2 rings together and then drop this dex all the way down, and then you can put this to 80, keep going, and then you can put this perception to, you can hit 70 perception, and yeah, get even more hit out of it. But I think it'll be more worth it to go that and then pump it into here and the rest into wisdom if you really wanted to, like that. Boom. And you're around 2615 hit. Your attack speed pretty low, but you know, we're not really worried about that. You're more worried about this attack speed right here. And this is with no chaos runes, okay? This is just bare bones, whatever. Oh, we gotta switch this chaos rune out. I lied. There's 1 chaos rune, but this chaos rune's not helping anything right now. Okay, so boom. You still have the same stats, and your chaos runes, you're not running any. So this is kind of like the free to play option. And I'll slowly go over all of this. Okay, and then the skills don't change. I'm pretty much just rock these skills right here. Skill specializations, they pretty much don't change. And then the chaos runes that, or not the chaos runes, but the artifacts that I'm running, pretty much don't change. I have to find a better chaos rune on here. I don't want this magic evasion. I either want more hit or I want another evasion or endurance on there. And this one I could do better. I don't want wildkin. I really want magic endurance, and that'd be perfect. On here, a demon damage boost, really don't want. I just want either hit chance, melee hit chance, heavy attack chance, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what we're rocking now. A slightly more advanced, so let's say when you do get the Naru spear, you could run something like this. The setup really doesn't change. You can either go hit, so like if you're doing arena, I would go something more like this. Okay, I would drop this fortitude down, I would drop this perception up to 70, and then I would hit 80, something like that, and we can actually drop this wisdom down even more, and pump more into dex, and then a little bit into our dex. Okay, so we're now at 1870. We got so much more hit chance. Okay, so more 20. Oh, sorry, we're not. We're at 2870. So much more hit chance, and we could actually get this up even more. So I personally run a bunch of chaos runes. I don't really run skill damage resistance, because if you guys look, my skill damage resistance, where's that? Over here, right here, 369. Most people have around 280 to 340 skill damage, so I really don't run this too much. So, and you guys will see when I actually show you the arena gameplay, I don't really die, and it's actually crazy. But for my runes that I use for my chaos runes, I use a melee heavy attack chance on this one, and then on this one I would use like a melee hit chance. I don't care about ranged heavy attack. I don't use this one because it lowers my melee heavy attack chance. And then we can have like heavy attack chance but melee heavy attack, so we only get what 25 from this, so that's not worth it. We can do heavy attack chance here for more heavy attack chance, or we can just do melee hit chance, get that up. And then on these runes, I always do magic endurance, so I got magic endurance right here, and then I'll do another magic endurance right here, because it's weaken resistance. I'm not going to be able to build enough weaken resistance, so I always do magic endurance, and then another magic endurance here, and then another magic endurance here. Oops. This one? Yeah, magic endurance. Boom. And now when you look at our stats, we're at 23 pretty good magic endurance, pretty good range endurance, melee endurance, a little low. I want to get this to 2k. So this is where I just play around with my runes and try to figure out. I don't need that much magic endurance, so on my weapons I kind of run just melee endurance, and then that should put me around 2k. Yep, 2k, and then we still have solid magic endurance. We are at a solid hit chance. We're at 21 910, and our heavy attack is 900. Solid stats. Our skill damage resist still at 304. We're doing pretty good. Buff duration pretty good. We have 0 critical damage, that's fine. Our skill damage boost, we're at 401. We are cooking with this build. I really do enjoy this build. This is the one that you're going to see in the arena gameplay, but this is kind of like how I build out my gear and all that. So if I wanted some more, so I could run this right here, and then I could push all of these to I could push this to 80 right there. So I could run 80 80, and then we only gain a little bit of hit. So I don't think it's worth it to go 80 on this one personally, because basically all you're doing is getting the hit that you get from this. So when I am running the build, you could play around with these builds. Like you could do 70, then you could do 70 and then a little bit more dex. We're stacked 2805 or 2805, and we still have pretty good magic, but we get our defenses. It's a little lower actually, but you can play around with whatever you have pretty much. I have this pendant here, which gives me a little bit more dex. So I could end up running something like this. $50 dex. Boom. So I get a little bit more movement speed. Again, I lower my hit a little bit, but our endurances are okay. You can mess around with this. Again, I personally like this build, and it's just messing around with your gear. Some of you probably don't have like enough gear to like mess around like this. So, but I do. And I usually end up dropping the dex to like 40, rocking the 70, 60, and then a little bit more wisdom right there, like that. And kind of these are my stats pretty much. Really good stats, really love it. It's really fun. This boss hit chance I don't run on my chaos rune. I just do that when I'm bossing. But I can get even more hit chance on here because we don't care about the boss melee hit chance at all. I can get magic endurance. I can do a bunch of stuff with these this necklace, but my hit chance 2870. You know, we're at pretty solid endurances, and we're at melee endurance kind of okay, 900. If I wanted to get this to 1000, I'll just put on more heavy attack chance, all that good stuff. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Just playing around with different builds, seeing what I like, seeing what works out practically, because you could put a build together in quest log, but you really don't know how it performs until you like go out and test it. I really like this build. It's really fun. If I really wanted to, like, I don't need that extra perception, right? Because I could do something like that, right? Be fun, go up to fortitude, have more fortitude, interchangeable. Boom. So that's kind of what I play around with depending on the situation. In arenas, I always go for more hit because that's just better, my personal opinion. More hit and just kind of being more tanky. So that's kind of my build, guys. Now we're going to talk about Throne of Liberty while this arena plays through. All right, guys. So I think, how do I put this? I think Throne of Liberty is coming to its end. I know a lot of guilds have disbanded. I know a lot of people are playing other games. Don't get me wrong, I still love this game, but it's been the same boring grind for the past 8 months. Progression wise, like, you're still doing the same thing every day, and it's just feels like a chore. A lot of people exploiting, a lot of people scripting, and they don't get banned. It seems like the joke is if you exploit early and fast, and you just get a slap on the wrist. That's like the biggest problem I have with this. So people were basically botting to get their whatchamacallit, your, not the crimson weapons, but the black anvil weapons, and they just got a warning and a slap on the wrist. You guys didn't know those weapons are huge for mastery grind. So once that happened, I kind of like demotivated me to even like do like a mastery like grind per se. or even try to get those weapons because everybody else is getting them. So for free, pretty much, just leaving their PCs on and scripting. Also, I want to say that these guys had a ton of melee evasion, so I was kind of waiting for my skills to be up so I could actually hit them. But we actually did work in this. The games that I am looking forward to playing, and let me know down in the comment section below if you made it this far. I've been playing a ton of Dune. I'm really enjoying that game, and I kind of want to do a video on that game. But the game that I am really waiting for is Chrono Odyssey. I am going to be grinding that game when it comes out, and I cannot wait to play it. I've been looking for a game that does not pay to win, that's a decent MMO, and from my general consensus that I've seen is that it's like New World but better, and I am 100% okay with that. I really didn't play New World too much, it didn't interest me that much, but I am really interested in Chrono Odyssey, and I really hope the devs take care and like nurture this game and make it to where it's fun to play. There's just a ton of content and there's a ton of things to do in the end game. The end game grind is what I really want to be good. In any MMO, the end game grind I want to be good. I want it to have decent or good PvP, right? But I do know that PvP and MMOs is like such a niche aspect of MMOs that most people just want to go out with their buddies, have fun, play with their friends, the social aspect of guilds, and have the option if like nobody's on, play by yourself. This game is really guild orientated, and I will say that it's not fun not this game, but Throne of Liberty is really guild orientated, and there's not really much you can do as a solo player. You can still do dungeons and everything, matchmake and all that, but no one wants to matchmake, right? Like matchmaking times are just so long now, and it's really annoying that I don't want to sit there for 15 minutes in a matchmaking queue trying to do these dungeons, even like 2-star, 3-star, but they can't find a healer, they can't find a tank, right? So I really hope that Chrono Odyssey is really good and have content for like all sorts of players, and I really hope Chrono Odyssey has chase items, things that you're like, oh wow, that player really grinded to get that, or you have to like grind, not like BDO grind, I'm talking about like you have to really put in time to get this thing, and it's really good, it's really rewarding. The boss that is super hard that nobody really can beat, but those chase items can't be such a huge difference that a normal player is just going to be discouraged and put the game down. That's one thing that I hope that they do right, a good balance between the two, or something in place and make that chase item just like nutty, and it is obtainable, but it's a grind to get, right? Like I'm okay with that. But yeah, guys, that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm still playing Throne and Liberty, but we'll see how long I'll be playing this game, because it's getting kind of stale, right? Targeting, bugs, glitches, all that. We'll see what the future brings, what the raids bring. I feel like the raids are just going to be another money cash grab. So we'll see. As always, everyone, remember, stay blessed, stay humble. I'm planning on playing Chrono Odyssey and pumping out a ton of content on that game and just having fun and spreading if I get into the closed beta. So if any devs from Chrono Odyssey is watching this far, or maybe you guys put a good word for me, who knows? But as always, guys, I'll see you in another video. 460 something thousand damage. Highest one in the lobby. Peace.